Hello everyone, and welcome to the review of the EasyN Wi-Fi IP camera. This is a Full HD model and has a lot of features such as night vision. It has a built-in DVR so it can record locally and store the files on a micro SD card. It has two-way audio. It has motorized pan and tilt which can be adjusted remotely, and it also has a built-in dynamic name server, so you don't have to do port forwarding and things like that. This will be accessible from the internet in a very quick time with a very easy setup. So as you can see, it also comes with a English manual, which is by looking at it recently written, so it should be easy to follow and install. Of course, it comes with a power adapter, and this uses a power brick that outputs 5 volts and 2 amps. A support which can be used as a ceiling support or a wall support. The camera can be mounted upside down or reversed, it's your choice. The camera has mirroring and reversing of the image function, so you can install it in any kind of place possible, and it will work just like that. You just need to change the orientation from the software. It comes with mounting hardware, and of course this is the camera. Comes with the wireless antenna already installed. Here you can insert the micro SD card. It will connect also to a wired LAN connection if you want to. Power input reset, and here has a tiny hole. It's for the microphone, or here it's for the microphone. No, this one is for the, I don't know what that holder does, but this one here is the microphone, and here it has the speaker. As you can use it as a two-way intercom. To set up, you just need to scan this QR code and enter the default settings. So we are just going to do that. First I'm going to power it on, and the power adapter has been plugged into the outlet, and I'm going to connect power to the camera. I'm just going to let it settle for a bit of time. It should take a bit to initialize, and until then I'm going to open the app. As you can see, now it's doing a self-test travel, and it auto centers itself. And let's open the app provided by EasyN. So this is the app. Now that's something new. It also plays music, and I want to connect to the camera, and I'm going to use Wi-Fi Smart, and it asks for my Wi-Fi password. It's a bit too noisy for my taste. And you can hear that the sound is changing. This may have audio detection technology. There are some cameras that do this kind of music. The phone will pick up that sound, and somehow it does transfer of information, and the application actually checks that this is the right camera or not. So hopefully it will connect. So I have only entered my local Wi-Fi password until now into the app. I hope that it will work and do its job. So it's almost ready. it seems that it is connected, and yes, the camera is now connected. It wants me to change the password. I'm not going to change it now. No, it won't let me use the camera, so I'm going to change the password. And the new password is set, so let's see if I can connect to the camera now. It says that it's connecting, and I have access to some settings here for the camera, password manager, image settings, and so on. I'm going to wait for it to change the password. As you can see, it has auto reset itself to take the new configuration, which is absolutely normal. And now it does the centering stuff, and it should connect right away. Now it takes a bit of time to initialize. This runs a dedicated operating system inside. It puts up the DVR and so on. And it's online now, and we should get image right away. And yes, it's working, and I have control over it, which is very nice. It also gives me some information about the used data rate, image quality, and so on. And you can see its adjust is really nice to light. It also has manual control over the pan and tilt, not only swipe. Let's see what it can do. So it has this mute thing speaker here, so if I keep pressed on the microphone, it's now in push to talk mode, and you can hear it also when I'm talking into the phone. You are going to hear the speaker from the camera, and also when you are going to use the speaker here, the camera will pick up the sound, and you are going to hear it into your mobile phone, which is nice. That's two-way audio. Of course, if you have micro SD card inserted, you can record video or take a snapshot. You can take snapshots on your mobile phone. I don't know if you can record video. Yes, you also can record video on your mobile phone, which is very nice because the camera does not have a micro SD card inserted. This is cruise mode. You can put the camera in cruise mode and it will auto pan continuously, and also you can make it auto tilt if you want to. This will keep the camera in kind of patrolling mode. And what else do we have here? You can set presets of the camera position, so if you want to have quick access to some areas without moving it each time, you just record the preset in that position, and the camera will go to that position just when you press that button, which is very useful. I'm going to go back and click on the settings button here, and now we have a lot of settings here, so I'm going to zoom on into the phone screen. So that should be better. We have brightness and contrast. You can reverse up down, which is needed when you install the camera on a ceiling. You have left and right, which is also useful. It's mirroring. And you can control the infrared. You can set it off. You can open it to run always, or set it on auto. The camera also has the infrared cut, which makes the colors more realistic and works a lot more better due to the variation of the infrared. So it has sense switch, which I don't know what it is. Probably this has a relay inside to control an alarm system, maybe. Sensitivity for event, so this may be alarm triggering. Event notification, set preset, set video to, yes, this is for setting alarm, so it does motion detection, and you can record video and send message. Full time record, this is for the internal DVR. You can set it to always record, and you can split and loop the files into sections. You can define it in seconds, and the camera also has dual stream. This means that it will save and transmit high quality video stream and a low quality video stream. The low quality video stream is useful for mobile devices and mobile data because it's a lot more compressed, and it's easier to access it from the internet. Other settings include Wi-Fi settings, time settings. You can format the SD card, cruise settings. You can set the speed, or also when you reboot the camera, where to return, to center or to the preset one. So if I set a preset, it will go to that direction if power goes out. Reboot the device, and power frequency of your area to avoid flickering of the camera. So what else do we have here? Let's see, in this menu here, user manual, update. Let's see, will it update the firmware? The current version is the latest, so there's no firmware update. A nice thing about this application is also the fact that if you are going to use multiple EasyN cameras, you can add all of them in this app, so you won't need to have different apps or access the camera differently. You can monitor more cameras in just one app, which is very useful in installations that use multiple cameras. So that's about it. As you can see, simple to use, very simple to install. No port forwarding, no routers needed, no cables, no nothing. So it was very easily. And to do the ultimate test, I'm going to disconnect from my Wi-Fi and remain connected to the data connection, which means that I'm going to access the camera from the internet, and if I go to the camera, it should connect right away without setting up any kind of dynamic name server or IP forwarding, and that should work. Of course, a bit more slow, but it should work. So let's see if it loads or not. And it has connected. Of course it has connected. It doesn't have any kind of reason not to work, and you can see it's doing a very good job. It's working with minimum delay. Video quality is very good, and this is on the second stream, as the display resolution is only 640 by 352 resolution, and of course you can put this in full screen. It will also show you the date and time as a overlay here, and that's about it. The full HD resolution can be recorded on the micro SD card, and I don't know if from the settings here you can see the full HD resolution, but I doubt that because it's very demanding for an internet connectivity to stream full HD on a mobile phone. Yes, of course YouTube can do that, but on this type of connection and camera it may be a bit more complicated. So let's see what we get here. So you have a gallery for the snapshots, and the video I was recording with my mobile phone, so that recorded just fine. So those functions work as well. And what else I can do? You can delete the camera, and this upload button, I don't know what that button does because it's not labeled in any kind of way. And here we have this no results found. I think it's a log of some kind of type. Another very big plus of this camera model is the fact that it comes with a lot of tools and applications that you can download from EasyN website. And first tool to use is the search tool. This will locate the IP of your camera in your local network, and its port, and with these informations you can connect it to the built-in web server, which gives you access to a lot more settings that you get on the mobile phone. And those include, besides information, you can automatically synchronize time. You can set various things to do, like reboot the system and update the firmware. You can download and upload configuration settings. You can set the networking. You can set uh, uh, different ports for different things that you need to do. You have the settings for the wireless. You can set the remote access settings. It supports on-VIF video protocol, and in the advanced settings you get a lot of stuff such as user management. You can create multiple users with multiple rights. You can select a schedule for recording, a timer record, email notifications. You can upload files to a file transfer protocol server. You can set up the speed of the pan and tilt. And on the alarm settings you also get a lot of stuff such as sensitivity and detection area. You can set alarm audio. It will make a sound when it detects something. And the linkage alarm, you can trigger various things. When motion detection is detected, you can send an email, you can upload the files, you can save an image or a video on the SD card, and so on. And alarm time settings, you can schedule when you want to receive those. And in video and audio settings you have a lot of things here to adjust. So this is for image. You can set brightness, saturation, contrast, sharpness, exposure, which is plenty of settings. In video parameters, you can see here you have the first stream, which is full HD, second stream, and even a third stream, which is for mobile devices. And you can set here mobile picture resolution. You can set the desired resolution that you want to be displayed. So yes, this camera is full HD, and you can go up to probably 30 frames per second. I don't know if that is true or not. That needs a lot more testing to be done, but it sounds very nice. And on audio parameters, you can set here the codec, and if you want to record audio or not, in which kind of the three streams, the volume and output volume, and so on. Besides these settings from the web browser, it also comes with a camera management application, and here you can set as much cameras as you want to. And of course you can access the camera very easily from the app. And probably from here you can do some things like audio capture, image records, and things like that. Of course you can control the camera, the pan and tilt with no problems. You can set the speed, reverse the image, adjust the infrared, and if you have a camera with zoom or varifocal lens, you can adjust that from this application. And from the settings menu, program setup, config manager, no, let's see, user manager, record manager, alarm manager. And on the camera, let's see if I can access the settings. Yes, you can access some settings of the camera. You can set here another alarm, which is actually the same alarm that you have access to setting from the web browser or from the mobile phone, but it's another way to set them up in a more graphical way. So you have alarms, you have Wi-Fi settings, time zone, and some other parameters such as pan, tilt, network, SD card. It even has a player for that, power option, video quality, resolution, and so on. So yes, you can set a lot more things about this camera from this menu here. And let's see, can I change the stream? I want to see if this camera will display a full HD stream on this app. So audio record, it should have a stream switcher option somewhere hidden. Disconnect, settings, camera, probably on video quality. I'm going to select highest here, setting, and I'm going to put setting. So getting this button reads the current configuration of the camera, and setting button will write the configuration to the camera. So now it should display probably Full HD or something like that. I can make this app full screen. So yes, that seems to work. I don't know if the frame rate is the one that I have selected. That's to be investigated a bit more, but for now I'm very pleased with this camera, because some of the newer IP cameras do not come with such kind of apps, and they have this web server disabled, so they only work with the mobile phone, which is kind of a dumb thing, because you have a lot more control and settings from this kind of web interface than from a mobile phone application, which is not always that reliable to use to set up the camera. So a big plus goes for having all of these tools, and all of them working as they should. So I hope that you have enjoyed my small review of this camera. Uh, if you want more information or where to get this camera, be sure to check the link down in the information box below this video. You will get there a link from where to get this very cheap, and you can also see its datasheet there with all the specifications regarding it. So be sure to check that, and I will test some more EasyN cameras soon. I have something else coming which is very nice. You are going to love that it's an outdoor camera, and it also has built-in optical zoom lens, which should be very nice to see in action. So until then, be sure to follow my next uploads, and see you then. Bye bye.